D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? And have I got a story for you? Now, also down below, you can find the articles that I read to bring you this story, and you can read them for yourself, or you can just, watch this video where I'm going to read them to you. And also, before I get started, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we just keep getting shoved to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, why don't we go ahead and get started? Okay, you guys. So The Flash is coming out, and it looks like they've chosen they're chosen a director for Batman: Brave and the Bold for the DCU, James Gunn's DCU, and it looks like it's going to be Andy Muschietti. And he directed The Flash, and I can't wait for The Flash. I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited for it. It looks like a good movie to me, and from what I've been seeing online from reviews, is that we haven't seen most of the movie. They haven't showed it, in trailers and stuff. So I'm excited. Okay, so this article comes from the Illuminati. I like this website. And it says Andy Muschietti tapped to direct The Brave and the Bold, third DCU director discovered. And that goes after James Gunn and then James Mangold, if, he does his Swamp Thing movie, which I hope he does. I love Swamp Thing. Okay. It looks like Andy Muschietti, the man behind The Flash, will be behind The Brave and the Bold. Okay, so it says, here's a picture of Batman, Michael Keaton's Batman. Very cool. So it says, Andy Muschietti is here to assist James Gunn in spoiling DC fans, especially those quite fond of a certain caped crusader. And it says, now it looks like the maestro behind it and the upcoming film, The Flash, will be behind The Brave and the Bold. Not too long ago, Andy Muschietti hinted that he may be directing The Brave and the Bold, DCU's official introduction to Batman and Robin, Damian Wayne to be specific. Now our friends over at One Take News have revealed that it to be the case. Andy Muschietti must have been in conversations. So okay, so it says, so this is a tweet from Josh K. Elliott. And it says, is the Flash director Andy Muschietti going to direct Batman: The Brave and the Bold in James Gunn's DCU? I brought it up, and his response is interesting. We're not going to play that video because it doesn't matter. I'll talk about this one, though, right here. So it says, news shouldn't come as a surprise for those of you who have been up to date as much as possible with the mechanics of the James Gunn DC universe. In addition to Muschietti teasing his involvement in The Brave and the Bold, Gunn has expressed interest in working with him on another project. Andy Muschietti's reputation precedes him. He has done incredible work on Mama. That movie, like, I liked the special effects and I liked the story behind it because the short film is really good, but the movie overall is not that great in my opinion. But anyways, Mama, which I liked it part 1. I don't know how you guys feel about part 2, but part 2, I did not care for it as much as part 1. And if The Flash is any indication, he may have an eye for the superhero world. From the trailers and previews alone, his take on Tim Burton's with the seasoned Michael Keaton looks jaw-dropping. And from the early screenings, it received widespread acclaim. If Muschietti can do amazing things with someone else's version of Batman, imagine what he can do with his own. Was Christina Hodson in the room where it happens? Now, on this part, I do want to talk about because I have thoughts. So it says, so this tweet comes from, it's my time to shine. Hello. And I do follow him on Twitter or whatever they are. And Humberto Gonzalez, I follow him too. He's kind of a douche, but whatever. Anyways, so it says Andy Muschietti to direct, Christina Hodson to write Brave and the Bold. And it says there is no deal for neither at this time given the WGA strike. And that could be possible also, but they could just be all like, hey, when the whole thing is done, we're gonna do it. Plus is I don't think Andy Muschietti would be, because he wouldn't write it, he would just direct it. So he could, and they totally signed their deal. There's no strike between the Directors Guild. They're the Directors Guild. They signed, they are not striking. They're not standing with the writers. So it's like, yeah, whatever. All right, so it says, recently Twitter scooper, It's Time to Shine, hello, added to the revelation only for renowned journalist Umbaro Gonzalez to shed some light on the matter. According to Gonzalez, there is no deal for either at this time, given that the WGA, the Writers Guild of America, strike. However, he's not exactly saying they're not working on the movie. He's just saying there's currently no deal, but judging by his phrasing of words and what we know thus far, I'm positive there was an unofficial agreement, and I am 100% sure they're waiting for the strike to conclude before they can officially proceed. Now, I did, Grace Randolph, who I do like, she said in a live one time that she had said in her review for The Flash that she didn't think that Christina Hodson wrote The Flash. And I don't think so either. Christina Hodson is a shit writer. She is not good at writing movies. She's not a good writer overall. And frankly, I think her personality sucks. So I don't think she wrote The Flash. And from what Grace Randolph had said, and what I have seen from other people online, other scoopers and stuff, it looks like Christina Hodson and Grace Randolph had shed some light on what she thought, not what she had heard. But I had seen from other people also that Christina Hodson wrote the script, but other people had written little things from it that it wasn't enough for them to get official credit for it, but they basically would fix a scene and everything. They would rewrite one scene, but it wasn't enough for them to get writing credit on it. So that's why Christina Hodson has writing credit on it. And then Grace Randolph also said that Miller and Ezra Miller and Andy Muschietti would write on set to fix some stuff. And that totally makes sense, because I'm sorry, if you watch all of Christina Hodson's movies, Bumblebee was mid and then the rest suck. They just suck. So I think that I don't believe that she's going to be on this movie. And if she is, horrible choice. Christina Hodson being involved in the DCU was a horrible choice on James Gunn's part. So, same thing with what's his face, the comic book writer, Tom King. Terrible choice, but we'll see how all this works out. But I'm pretty sure it's not going to work out good. So then it says, this one comes from viewer Anon. Umberto is of course correct, but his wording here is very specific for a reason. Yeah. So it says the Illuminati superhero theories and breakdowns. We're not going to read and watch that. So it says, following James Gunn's grand reveal of some of the first projects for Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, Gunn revealed DCU's writer's room, comprising himself, Drew Goddard, who I do like Drew Goddard, Jeremy Carver, Crystal Henry, Tom King, bad choice, and most notably Christina Hodson, considering how Christina Hodson penned the script for Birds of Prey, The Fabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, and The Flash. I'd be more surprised if she doesn't write the script for Brave and the Bold. Yeah, if she doesn't. I'd be surprised if she does. I mean, I guess maybe she would write it. That'd be horrible. Listen, you can't fix stupid, and she's pretty freaking stupid. I don't. The problem is especially with Christina Hodson, I don't think that she knows how superheroes work, and I don't think she likes superheroes necessarily. I mean, so yeah, it's just I don't think that they're really huge fans of comic book characters, especially the ones that I love. So that's a bummer. So it says Andy Muschietti will become the DCU's third director, following Superman Legacy's James Gunn and Swamp Thing's James Mangold. And then it says right here about Robert Pattinson's Batman, but I don't. Okay, let's just read it. After all, Robert Pattinson is not the Batman, just a Batman. And we can talk about that a little bit too, but okay, so it says, There is not much known about The Brave and the Bold, other than that it's set in the DCU and will feature Batman's 10 or 12-year-old biological son, Damian Wayne, as Robin. So, with that being said, neither Michael Keaton, Robert Pattinson, nor any of the previous actors who donned the cowl will not be the DCU's Batman, which, I mean, I think is a good choice. I just wish they would have just done a full reboot, but it's fine. Anyways, it's worth mentioning that Robert Pattinson is in a unique position, as Matt Reeves' The Batman franchise is not set in the DCU. The Batman is under DCU Elseworlds division for projects outside the DCU. Pattinson not done as Batman yet. He just won't be in the mainstream Batman, which I think is a good thing. I personally did not like the Batman. I did give it a good review, which I had just watched it. I got to stop doing that. But I personally just didn't think it was that great of a movie. But, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. And if you liked it, that's fine. It's fine. Also, for those of you who want Aidan Gallagher to portray Damian Wayne, it's not happening. Gallagher is a 12-year-old Caucasian man. Stop it. Well, if he's 12, he's not a man, my dude. You need to get your stuff straight. And I do think that they should do a cast appropriately. So, and he is half Middle Eastern, Damian Wayne. Would you like to say, okay, yeah, they should cast a race appropriate Damian Wayne. So he has to be half and half white, half Middle Eastern. But I think, okay, first off, Andy Muschietti. I haven't seen The Flash yet as of filming this, so I can't give you any of my thoughts on that, except for I have liked what I've seen from the trailers. I do know what happens from the plot leaks, but it sounds like a couple of things have changed. But like I said before about Christina Hodson, Andy Muschietti, so far, I mean, like, I really liked It Chapter 1, and It Chapter 2 wasn't bad. It just wasn't like, as I'm trying to look for the right word. I'll say thrilling as the first one. Like that first movie, I was like, oh my goodness, this is like so good. And I'm like, it's somewhat terrifying. But that second movie, I was just like, and I know I'm giving a review right now, but I kind of felt bad for Pennywise at the end because he was all like, boop, boop, and everything. And I'm all like, if you have a bad clown alien thing, you don't want to, well, I was an alien, but you don't want to like, have me sympathize with it. So yeah, but and then like I said about Mama, I think the short movie was better than the actual full-on movie. Maybe it was just too much story there. And then The Flash, we'll see how it goes, but I do think that, but I am excited for The Flash, and we'll see how Andy Muschietti does with that directing wise. Christina Hodson should not be writing any more movies. She should just be shunned completely. Tell me, what do you guys think about all of this? How do you feel about Andy Muschietti directing the Batman Brave and the Bold for the DCU, and Christina Hodson maybe writing it? We'll see how that all turns out. But do you like this idea? Do you not like this idea? Have you seen The Flash, in those fan screenings and stuff? Or, are you excited for The Flash? How do you feel about Andy Muschietti's past movies and his directing style? Do you think he's a good choice for Batman Brave and the Bold? Or do you think they should have went with, a different director? And if they should have gone with a different director, who do you think they should have gone with? I mean, right now I have no thoughts on who they should have gone with besides him. Tell me what you guys think about all of this. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week. You guys have a good week. Bye.